Hi everyone, it's me Ada again. This time I want to talk with you about CMA. For that reason, I'm going to share with you my screen. So let me get here. Here we go. We have the MLS. First of all, I want to recap with you about the CMA tool that we have inside the matrix. We have the Cloud CMA, and also we have the data co-op. This is the one that I use more frequently to check the market for the property, but also we have these other options. Let's go inside the matrix. I already pre-selected one of the company listing. And if we want to make sure that the property is in the right listing price, or is it need any adjustment, or if the listing price is perfect for your buyer to make an offer, and you want to make sure about that, we can always go from the top. We have the data co-op, and also we can go from the bottom and we have quick CMA, and also we have cloud CMA. In this case, we want to use Cloud CMA as an option to make sure how the market is reacting near this property. When we talk about CMA, we are called to the listing property as a subject property, because it's the one that we want to make sure how is the market reacting around it, okay? Create your CMA report. You're gonna see this is going to be the front page. We need to add the address. So you can come in here and copy paste the address or just type it. And when you type it, you're going to pull up the features for the property, which is the square footage, residential, and how many rooms. Okay. Here we can check. It say they have 2.5 baths. We can add it here. 2.5. Here you can see the MLS, and we have the options. And I recommend to you, because we want to make sure what is around the same community area available for that was sold already. Probably the system can bring to you some active property too. But let's click here, automatic finding listing near the subject, and then 10 options. And we can go or either 6 months or a year. For this specific property, I already checked, and there is not so much sold in the last 6 months, but let's figure it out. Let's go. Let me make the exercise for changing to 6 months. And click here, which is say fetch listing. So the system is working right now. Let's check it out. Okay. So this is what the options they bring to us in source property for the last 6 months. Here we always gonna see on the top the subject property, and that is perfect because we can see the specifications right here, okay? Now it's gonna be our job by coming to all these that the system already pre-selected and make sure that match the criteria and features for our subject property, okay? Sometimes we're not gonna find the perfect match unless the neighbor sold the house. Or probably we can find other properties that have been sold, but we need to make sure if they're in the same criteria levels, okay? So we have different prices, and you can see there is some sold, temporarily out of the market, pending, active, but they are not pre-selected because we give the instructions to the system for the sold ones, correct? So now let's review what they are pre-selected already. I believe so that this one is less in square footage, but it's still 3.2. 3.2 So probably we can leave it as an options. We have this other one, which is temporary out of the market. So this one wasn't get sold. So let's remove it for don't confuse us later. This one is still available, was sold, so we can use it as well. These two other options. This is very less square footage than the subject, so it's better remove it unless you know how to calculate by using square and sold price by square footage. Otherwise, just remove it. This one as well. And this one is 3.3, but it's less square footage. Just let's leave it here just to see how it plays on the game for this market report. But always keep in mind that you can come in here and play and check individually all of these properties, okay? So let's customize the report. When you go to the customize sections, the system has so many pages that you can add it or remove it. That's going to be depend on you what information you want to present it to the seller or to the buyer. Okay, you have from introduction, setup, listings, analysis, closing, guidance, and testimonial. From all these sections, you have page and page and page with information. Okay, so it's better for you to review it and go back and forward and check which one you want. Otherwise, you can end up with 80-page report, and it's going to be super big, and it's no needed. We need to be concentrate during our presentation, so we don't want to distract our seller, especially if we're doing a listing presentation. We want to be concise with information that we are providing to them and show them how is the market reaction, which is their primary the primary criteria that they are looking for. Know how much is going to be the sold price or the listing price for their property. I already added and removed some page, so I'm not going to back and forward with it, but you can play. So let's click for the published report. It's going to take time. This way they was really good. You can see here, so moments ago. So always go to the moments ago as the recent one. This one 20 minutes ago. So let's see this one. Okay, so here we can see the report. This is the color selection that I choose. You can go back to the system and find out any color selection. But this is the one that I choose. The system bring this Google map and photo for the property, address, date, who prepared the report, the information that you have on your matrix. Remember that we talked before how to set up your matrix, and there was one section for CMA. Okay, so here we have that is the information, okay? Your photos, company logo. So here we can see all the properties in an easy way, a more presentable way, and for our sellers. And we can, spend minutes talking with them by showing the feature for the comparables that the system brought, the square footage, the size, the price, and the sold date, okay? So listing, that's gonna be the average. Here we're gonna see some photos. If you see a property that it doesn't match the criteria, you always can go back and remove it, and then click publish again, and the report will create a new one, okay? So, but it's great because you still have some 1 or 2 photos to your sellers can see what was the conditions for the property that gets sold. They can compare it with them and say, oh my God, this was only 2 days on the market. Okay, so that is very important. And the descriptions from the MLS. So we continue, scroll down all the listing part. Remember that we added 10. In this case, we say 10, but we only use 8. But you can, you can only pick 5 if you want to. That's gonna be up to you. And now the report is gonna give us one higher price, one average, and one low price, okay? And days on the market. That's gonna be the average days on the market. Okay, so we have here in percent for those who like to visualize, analyze the system using percent. Okay, so this is our CMA report. It's very easy. I would recommend to you to go and practice as much as possible. You can also compare this report with other tools that we already have inside our matrix, but they're gonna give it to you a feel and more knowledgeable when you sit down with your seller or with your buyer in turn for set up the or listing price or the purchase price, depend on the situation. So that's all for now. So if you have any doubt, you can always reach me. You know where, my phone number 407-906-7325, or you can visit me here in the office, and I can go over and spend more time with you independently to review your CMA report. So see you until the next one. Bye-bye.